How's it going, beauties? Adam here from Maple Monkey Homestead. It's that time of the year, at least for us it is, because, we're a little bit crazy. We haven't even made it out of January, and the 2024 garden is on the way. So we're going to give you some tips, some tricks for getting your own garden started this year. We're going to give you the rundown. We're going to go up into the loft area, show you what we already got started. And like I say, stick along if you're looking for some tips to get your gardening season off on the right foot. It's that time of the year. Like I say, we're in January, and if you're looking to know what to plant, definitely get your onions on the go, and I would say probably get your peppers on the go. So we got this Schultz potting soil over here. We got our trays. We're going to get them filled up with soil, and we're going to give you all some tips on starting some onions here from seed. We have great success every time we do this, so hopefully that'll transfer over to you as well. So we got our soil in the tray here, and you're going to want to break out these big old clumps that may come into it. So we'll get those broken up, and we'll make sure that the top of the tray, the soil onto it, is nice and even. That way it's going to be so much easier when it comes time to laying down all the seeds that are going to be in here. We found in the years starting our onions from seed that these trays absolutely work best for us, and we plant them heavy. So you've seen the size of the tray there, and we'll probably fit anywhere between 150 and 300 onions in there, I'm going to say. We have a couple different trays, but definitely when you're planting your onions, definitely plant them heavy. Don't thin them out until it comes time ready to plant. So we have here, like I say, we got our Valencia onions. We're going to be starting those here. It's a good Spanish onion that we absolutely love. Love our Spanish onions. So like I say, we got 2 packs here. And yeah, we're definitely going to be using all these 2 packs in here because there's not a lot of seeds here looking in this. Wow, that's a big difference than the other year. But like I say, we're just going to sprinkle it. Wow, these seeds packs are getting small. So we'll take another pack. And sprinkle it on there as well. So now that we have the, you can see all the seeds there, they're just on the top there. So we're just going to give it a light brushing just to kind of give them all a little coating of dirt. Get them moved around. It doesn't matter about spacing. Like I say, we love to have like 300 onions in here. So we're going to need another quite a bit of seeds for this tray. But this will show you what we do here at least. Next order of business, we got our spray bottle, got a little bit of warm water in there, and we're just going to water these in, give the top of the soil a good misting, cover it all, give it a good misting, get the soil nice and moist. All right, so we got our tray all watered in, sprayed down, good to go. Next order of business, just to lock in that humidity to give our seeds a little bit more fighting chance so they don't dry out. We're going to take some just regular old saran wrap, and we're going to place it over there, and it's going to make its own little humidor. We had it started downstairs last year, but it's too done down there. So we have our onions that we just went over. These are some specialty peppers that I am not happy with, but we'll see. We have some stuff germinating over there. I'll go over that here momentarily. We had some herbs. And then over here are some more peppers. We have peppers that we saved from seeds last year. You can see they're all doing absolutely well. We have some sprouts. These are jalapeno peppers. We have these 2 here. I think they're a super hot variety, but I'm not sure what kind. Scotch bonnets right there. We got some habbies that we overwintered. And then over here we have some more leeks and some more onions that we started. So overall, our 2024 season is off and cooking. Okay, we got our first batch of onions planted, not as heavily as I'd like to, but that, if you're doing it yourself, just like I say, plant those onions heavy, get those bad boys in there, super heavy. Going into where we were at upstairs, those bags for germination, got some here. We're going to go through them. If you want a super fast, super easy way to germinate seeds, definitely use the paper towel method. So we do the paper towel method in plastic bags, and we absolutely have great success. So we are back upstairs, have the heat mat on, literally just a heat mat that you use for your back. Nothing even special for gardening, but we got our stack of seeds here. Got a little corner here. just place your seeds on your heat mat and just, there you go, Bob's your uncle. These are peppers that need heat. These are specialty peppers. Not very happy with the supplier of where I got them. I'll be surprised if any of them germinate, but definitely use a heat mat for getting your peppers on the go. Next thing we're going to be getting on the go is some cold crop root veggies. Now, what I'm going to tell you for the tips that I have for starting your root veggies, it may be counterintuitive to what you've been told, but we found nothing but great things from doing this. So there's 3 things that we're going to be getting onto the go. It's going to be peas, beets, and carrots. First thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be planting beet seeds. We got our pack here of our Detroit Supreme beets. Here are beet seeds here. Now, when planting beet seeds, just remember, see that right there? A beet seed is polyembryonic, and what that means is you're going to get more than 1 plant per 1 seed. So you could get 4 plants per 1 seed, so just be cognizant of that when you're planting. So what I'll do is I'll grab my seed. I have my my tray over here, and I'll just start plopping them down. One there, I'll put them about 1 inch apart. So I'll just kind of do indentations where I'll put them, do them about 1 inch apart, because just like I mentioned, the seeds are polyembryonic. So 1 seed could potentially have 2, 3, 4, 5 plants. So we'll do that all the way down the rows, probably 12 to 15 rows. And in a couple weeks, they'll be sprouted, getting ready for transplants into the hoop house or greenhouse area. 1 tray down, that's probably all I'll start for the beets, but that gives you an idea of kind of the spacing. So probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, definitely at least a dozen rows. So we're definitely going to have a good start to the beet season. So I'll just get all these pressed down, and I'll cover them over. I just left them out just so you could see the spacing, and I'll get them watered in, and then this tray is all good to go. Now, don't forget, the only reason we're starting these, because it's still January, you have to keep in mind. So there's still plenty of the winter left before the actual growing season starts. So like I say, the only reason we're starting these is because we have the hoop house out front and the greenhouse outside. So we have all kinds of growing area that'll be ready to be utilized in the next, I mean, we can utilize it right now, essentially. These are all cold crops, but it'll be better utilized in another probably 2 to 4 weeks, I would say. But keep that in mind. Otherwise, we wouldn't be starting beets for at least another couple months yet. Just because even though they are a cold crop, you still don't want to have the ground freeze and stuff like that. So, just be cognizant on what you start. Your frost dates, how long your plant takes to mature. But definitely, if you're in and around this time, we're in a zone 5B. And like I said, we're already starting our, definitely for sure, peppers and onions. We're only getting these on the go, like I say, because if you're going to be doing beets in trays, just keep in mind, start them at a good time, that you don't want them to get too big, because when you try to lift them out of the tray, you're going to have to deal with their tap roots, and you don't want to damage the tap roots. You want to keep them as pristine as possible. And what we found is the bigger that they get, those little hairs coming off the tap root, they get intertwined in all the dirt and all the crud at the bottom of the tray, and it just makes it ever that much harder to get the little buggers out of the tray without killing them. But they are resilient. I think they're a little bit more resilient than people like to give them credit for. We've done this same method with our peas and our carrots, and it's the same thing. You definitely don't want to let your peas get up any taller than 1 inch, because we found just when the pea pod breaks, there's about a taproot about 2 to 4 inches long already. So imagine if the pea plant is 6 inches. You don't want to be trying to get that out of your tray without damaging the root, because it's going to be a lot trickier to do. Coming into the garden area, just give you a quick peek at what we're going to be looking at. There's the greenhouse we're going to be working with, and here are all the beds I put to sleep from last year. A lot of room to work with up down there as well. So we got a good amount of space, and this is only one part of the garden. There's our garden protector and supervisor as always. So we're doing the same thing with the peas here. We got 10 rows going across, 6 rows down, total of 60. I know, my math is pretty good, eh? So what we do there is our spacing, and I'll just put those bad boys down just a little bit, give them a little push down like so, and cover them with soil. Do that to all of them, and we'll water them in. So what we noticed here when we're doing our peas is that you got to get to these fairly quickly. The taproot on them is going to be really, really long, like I'd mentioned earlier. So you're going to want to get to these. I wouldn't say even let them get in a couple inches tall. Once you start to take them out of the ground, grab them with your two fingers like so, scoop them up, and you'll notice the taproot is super, super long on them. I'll get a video here when the time comes up after planting here in a couple weeks when they've grown a little bit. But yeah, don't let them get too big. Taproot gets really long on these peas. So we'll just grab this guy here. He's out good, perfect. Grab him, make a little hole there. We'll just kind of stick him in. Just like so. And all the ones that you see the taproots coming out of, we'll do the same to that. And then after we get it planted, we can't forget to just ever so gently water it in. Soil might go down. Oh, and the plant might get washed away, but that's completely fine because we'll just move it around and all that water will get soaked in. And there we go. Alrighty, y'all. That's the end of the video. We got done planting what we needed to get done, and hopefully it's all going to take off. I'll keep y'all updated in the next little bit with all the sprouts coming up, peppers coming on the go, onions and all that good stuff. We have lots more coming up for this gardening season, so be sure to stick along. And hopefully if you utilize those tips and that little bit of advice that that's in this video, hopefully it does you wonders like it does us in our garden. So like I say, stick along, and there's going to be lots of green coming up in our garden. We have huge plans for 2024 growing season, and I just hope you have a very, very plentiful gardening season to come as well. Plan your stuff out. Be sure to get started. Don't let it go too late because it's going to come up too fast. God bless y'all, and we'll see you here in another episode back at the homestead. Keep that stick on the ice. There is no failure. You just got to keep on going. Keep trucking forward, y'all. Peace.